Yo, what up, people? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 316. And this is a really good chapter. So when the chapter opens up, Luffy's kind of floating. It's because during that 30-second period, he's absorbing all of the attacks. You know, that's one of the byproducts of what he got hit with. And so when he falls down into this room, right, in this dark abyss, all of a sudden, that's when you see the Fox captain, and he's got a gorilla head, right? And he's got this big wall with these 30 punching gloves, right? And the gloves are booby trapped, and there's a mirror behind them. And you know all these punches are going to be coming at Luffy, right? And when he gets hit with a couple of them, they explode, so he gets singed. But at the same time, you see some strategy involved, and it's very in character. And I'll get that in a second. But the strategy you see involved is the slow beam. It strikes the mirror, and those beams reflect off the light. So Luffy, he's having to dodge those punches that are coming at him from random, as well as the beam. And that speaks a lot to Luffy's reflexes. And I've been holding off on talking about this and about just the whole thing with the Fox stuff, you know, at this last part just recently. I want to cut that out of the last chapter. But getting with the Fox part, it says a lot that this guy's using all these tricks because Fox spirits use tricks. And now I'm seeing the whole setup for the arc. Very genius by Oda's part. But with Luffy, the speed feat, particularly when it comes to his reflexes, it impresses the hell out of me because I don't think you guys understand how fast you have to be to dodge light or sound, because that beam, well, that beam counts more as light because Nami said that she saw light before it happened. To dodge light at point blank range. I wouldn't even say point blank range because Luffy sees it fired and he can react to it, so it's not directly point blank range, but he's able to dodge it. That means Luffy's reflexes are above the speed of sound, and they're just under what it is for the speed of light. You don't have to be faster than light in order to dodge light, but he's right there. I never thought I would see something like this in One Piece this early on. I mean, I know One Piece is like 800 something chapters in, so I know that, you know, at some point the power scales are going to go up, but I wasn't expecting to see this right now. Very interesting. You know, when you just chronicle where Luffy is 16 chapters into the series and where Son Goku was at 316, there is a lot of similarities when it comes to strength feats and speed feats, but also when it comes to strength, it's downplayed a little more because you have destructive capability that you have to take into effect. Like 300 chapters into Dragon Ball, these guys were way above planetary. Like they were in the Frieza saga at this point, and Frieza is multi-planet level. So, I mean, Luffy hasn't shown that level of destructive capability, but when it comes to speed, you know, he's showing upper Dragon Ball reflexes as far as being able to dodge some stuff like that. So it just shows you that when Luffy starts getting his shit together, he's going to get really powerful. So I liked how that whole exchange was taking place and how nobody knows what's going on, but they automatically assume, and rightly so, that the Fox captain's winning because this whole fight's been rigged, okay? This whole tournament's been one big ass trick by the Fox that is inspired by the Fox spirit. So very cool. And again, you see it because of the names like Nine Tails, and only thing I'm expecting is for some of this stuff to actually have the actual Japanese mythology or the Asian mythology with the Fox spirit names. That's all I'm expecting to see for that. And maybe Oda won't make it that in your face for it, but I could see like a move or something being called by that. But what I thought was really cool is the fact that when Luffy gets back up, and this is what I loved, Luffy gets back up on the ship and everybody's thinking he's down for the count. His legs have been hit with the slow beam. His arms have been hit with it. And Luffy continues to take a pounding because he says, look, I'm not going to lose because I'm not going to lose anybody in my crew. And he's taking the pounding for his crew. And it's almost like, and this is something I don't think was done by mistake, because in the last arc in Skypiea, we had a lot of religious references and everything. This is chapter 316. And you got John 3:16. And you got Luffy bearing burdens. I mean, this is like little itty bitty shit that Eiichiro Oda does. You just look at it and you go, my God, has he really thought everything through that he's doing? And from everything I've been told that Oda meticulously plans everything. Like if Sanji uses this type of sword here to cut something up, or not sword, knife, it has some type of meaning that's going to pop up like 700 chapters later. And same thing with Zoro. Like Zoro using the whirlwind with his bare hands is probably going to come back up for something. I mean, just little small stuff. But to have Luffy taking that burden for his crew to take all those punches, because he's basically protecting his crew at this point, very nice. And it's just to see like the two captains kind of going at it, very, very cool, man. And you know, I like how it's called Soul Brother, and he's got the afro, and you know, it was kind of leading up to it before this, where Sanji's like, he's so cool, he's challenging a Soul Brother. And you know, at first when that happened, I said, man, fuck you, Sanji, right? You know, I'm a black guy, so you know, I was like, fuck you, Sanji, in a good way. But I like how they're saying this is Straw Hat Luffy. Is this the power of 100 million bounties, berries right here? Oh, well, he's Straw Hat Luffy with an afro. Like, I like how they just play this up, and it's just a running gag, man. This is so cool, man. You know, overall, like I said, very good chapter. My chapter question for you guys was, what were your immediate gut thoughts when you thought, or gut reactions when you saw Luffy taking that beating and declaring he would not lose a single member of his crew? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, guys. Have an awesome day.